everyone, I'm Brianna. Welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be my March TBR and all the books that I hope to read in March. I haven't been reading in about a week and a half, and I've just been super busy with school and then research and everything that's happening. But I wanted to share with you guys my TBR for the month of March. I am hoping to possibly get a decent amount done. Again, it really just depends on my school schedule, life schedule, exam schedule, stuff like that. I have a list of 6 books here, and then there is another book series that I'm going to be getting mid-March that I will fill you in. So first, I'm going to fill you in on the book series. I will be getting the Carpathian series by Christine Feehan, which is about vampires, which is really cool. It's a super old series, early 2000s, I think, so when I was born. But my mom read it and loved it, so of course I have to read it, and yeah. So the next book I've been currently reading since it came out, and I'm kind of upset that I haven't finished it, but I don't know. I keep going back and forth because I wanted to read it super quick and get it out of the way, but at the same time, I wanted to savor it. So I think it's better that I haven't read it that fast. And I know that everyone has been reading it in a weekend because it's so good. I just don't have the time to devote because school is my first priority. But this book I'm currently about 500 pages into, and I'm hopefully planning to finish within the next 2 weeks or so. I do still have my reading blog, but as you're going to see with the reading blog, I kind of have a space of a week where I haven't read, but it's okay, you know, it's fine. Life gets in the way. But that book is A Court of Silver Flames by Sarah J. Maas. This is book 4 in her A Court of Thorns and Roses series. This book follows Nesta and Cassian and their story. Ooh, I have to get that off. I think that's from my makeup kit. But this, I can't really go into too much detail. The vlog that I will be putting up is going to be a spoiler vlog, so if you haven't read it, don't watch it. If you have read it, you're more than welcome to go watch it. But yeah, so I'm about here. This is the end of the book. So I still have about 200 to 50 pages left to read, but yeah. So the next book that I plan to read is Till Death by Jennifer Armentrout. This is a reread. This is an adult mystery thriller with a mini romance. It's not too big on the romance. I read it once before and I loved it, and it follows an FBI agent, and I believe the woman in this book has been stalked by a serial killer, or he's tried to kill her before. So it kind of goes into that detail, and I'm just in a thriller mood for some reason, so I'm definitely going to be getting to this book again. And I don't remember anything that happened in this one because I've read it 4 or 5 years ago, so it'll be a nice reread. Next, I'm going to be reading A Curse of Dark and Lily by Bridget Kemmerer. This is book 1, I believe, in a trilogy. The third book just came out. I have the second book at my house and I haven't read it, so I want to reread this one, actually, sorry, just because I don't remember much and I want to get through the series. I do remember enjoying this. All I remember is this is a Beauty and the Beast retelling, and I believe each book is about a different character, which I tend to enjoy these books because the story and the plot continues, but you're getting the point of view and the romance and everything between the other two characters. I always love the cover. Look at like all the thorns and the blue. I just love this one. I was gonna read this, if you saw, a couple months ago. Sorry, it's very creaky in my dorm right now. I was gonna read this a couple months ago, but I lended this out to one of my college friends over the summer, and she just gave it back to me like a month or so ago, and it's just been sitting in my room, so now I can read it. Next, I would like to finish reading Phoenix Unbound by Grace Draven. I'm a little less than halfway through. I marked it with a Post-it. But this one I wasn't a huge fan of when I was reading it, and I kind of just want to read it to finish it and see how it is. But this follows she's not necessarily a witch, but she has fire magic, and she's able to kind of burst into flames and kind of disguise herself and stuff like that. And it also follows a gladiator, and it's their kind of romance. It's an enemies to lovers, I believe, as well. He basically tells her to free him, otherwise he'll tell the secret to their village that basically she's bursting up in flames and fleeing the scene instead of staying, like she doesn't actually die. So they have this, and it's interesting, confusing but interesting. I don't think it's my cup of tea, but I do want to finish it and kind of see where my head's at. The next book I want to read is The X Talk by Rachel Lynn Solomon. This was a book that was released in February. It is a new book, and it is also a new to me author. I'm really excited because this is kind of a 21st century type of novel. They are radio show talk hosts, I believe. And I think it's two exes end up basically having a talk show about relationship advice, which I think is really funny. So I know there's going to be a lot of banter and just a lot of like back and forth between the two of them and not agreeing. So I think that's going to be really, really cool. And I do like that their careers are kind of prioritized first, just because it is a very, very modern thing now. And I think everyone can agree that, I don't know, not everyone, but most people can agree like their career and their profession is a very big priority in their life. So I do think this is really cool. I do like the spine. It's kind of like a denim vintage color. So I'm excited to pick this one up. And then last but not least, the last book I want to get to in the month of March is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. I've been hearing so much about this book and I want to read it. This was on back order for like 3 or 4 months, and I was walking into a Target randomly one day and I just saw it and I grabbed it and I was like, I bought it. It's done. I have it in my possession. I can read it when I'm free. So I'm gonna read it when I'm free. This I think is probably gonna be the next book that I start reading. If not, I'll push it back to the summer, just because I know this is a chunker and everyone has loved this so far. So all I know is this is about Addie LaRue, and she has had multiple lives, and in her lives she'll like come across certain people or kind of reincarnations of people that she has known but they don't know her. So it's kind of about love and losing love and life and losing life and stuff like that. So they're vacuuming my hall. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry if you hear that. But back to this book. I'm really excited. I've only read one other book by V.E. Schwab, which is her Dark Duet series, and I liked the writing, but I wasn't a huge fan of the plot. But I think I'm going to enjoy this because this is kind of like, I don't want to say it's my cup of tea because I don't know yet, but just this concept and the vibe that this book is giving me, I think I will really enjoy it. But that is it for the month of March. I kind of want to keep it small just because I really don't know what I'm going to get to. I could literally just finish a quarter of Silver Flames and be like, yeah, that's it. But we shall see. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and let me know down in the comments what you guys are reading, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.